We're here with Joshua Sahm.
What's up?
Just going undefeated at locals with, what were you playing?
I was playing Trap BA.
And what made you want to play Trap BA tonight?
I just really like BA cards, and I like the style of Trap BA wherever I can like out-resource my and like play well and to out-resource my opponent and get rewarded for playing well and stuff like that. I don't really like combo decks to be honest, but we can get into it if you want.
Absolutely.
All right, so first off, we play 3-Tour Guide, best normal summon in the deck, but it's one of those high-risk, high-reward cards. It gets negated, you cry. If it resolves, you're probably going to win that game. I've thought about cutting it down to maybe 1 or 2 and just have it for a follow-up on Scarm and just rely on my BAs for my starter plays, but yay, that's me. It resolved like all day today. Got negated 1, so it feels good. Then we play 3 Rhino Warrior. It's a really good discard fodder. It's really good to hit the mill. It's just overall just a good card to go along with Tour Guide. I also thought about playing less than 3, but I like 3 right now. For BAs, we play 3 Graph, 3 Scarm, 2. Yeah, what's up? Give me a sec. I'm doing direct report.
I got you.
And 2 Farfa. So we play 3 Graph because it's like the best one to discard.
What's Graph do again?
Specialist 1 from deck when it's sent to the graveyard. This is the best one to discard. We play 3 Scarm because it's also really good to discard and it searches pretty much our entire deck. We only play 2 Seer because opening Seer sucks. If you end up in a spot where you have to use a special summon effect, it feels really bad because then you can't really do the good IP Beatrice play. So I only like to play 2 because I don't like to open it. I like to special summon it, and that's it. And then 2 Farfa for the same reason for Seer. We don't ever want to use a special summon from hand effect. We want to index to hit off of a mill with a Beatrice or like back check or like discard in my hand. And then 1-0's Alich, Barbar, Libic. Alich for negate effects. Barbar is the best one. You can burn for game, push for a little extra damage, and then Libic to special ones, weird ones out of your hand, like if you have a Seer special summon out of your hand and never have to use a special summon. And then Absolute King Backjack is pretty much a BA monster.
So why the 1-up rather than playing the standard?
What do you mean?
Because don't usually play 3 of this card?
What, Backjack?
Yeah.
No, they only play 1 because you just hit it off Beatrice most of the time. But yeah, card is correct. It's like one of the few cards in the game that says, hey, you can actually stack your deck legally, so like why would you never want to play it? 1 spell, Call by the Grave. It stops Tour Guide from being negated and acts like a trap card. Onto the traps, the best part of the deck. We play 3 Trap Trick. It's 3 extra copies of any of my traps in my deck, which we play 3 Dynamiscus. Best discard outlet for it. It banishes. Special summons itself back, so it can chain block. It can become a body for link climbing. Really good card. Fiend Griefing. It foolishes any fiend monster in my deck to do stuff in my Fiend Burning Abyss deck, and it also shuffles back monsters in my opponent's graveyard to their deck. So I can hit cards that are like Graveyard Reliant, like if they go like Alpha Pitch Ben 10, I go Fiend Griefing, shuffle back Ben 10, nice search, idiot. Tri Brigades, it can even be good because like you can get shuffle back 1 and they're forced to like make a linked 1 or 2. I don't even know. Like it's okay in the Tri Brigade matchup, but mostly for Drytron and also just foolishes Scarm and searches Tour Guide. Really good card. 3 Torrential. This is the best normal trap in the game. Don't at me. Many people will play into this card going second. If you're going second, you set this and strike. People will play into it, and you're pretty much going to win. For more discard outlets, we play 2 Karma Cut. It's pretty much an extra copy of Dynamiscus. It's just not as good because it discards cost and it has to banish a monster, which is kind of meh. But on the plus side, if it does banish a monster, it can banish other copies of the monster. So if you're playing against Tri Brigade, if they go normal kit, you go Karma Cut, discard, banish all the kits, nice deck. And then we also play Phoenix Wind Blast. There's another card that says discard to trigger my BA cards. And it can spin back row, which is really like important. So like if they haven't activated a certain back row, you can spin it and put it on top of their deck, and they can draw it for turn and then just not use it because it wasn't doing anything. So like you can make your opponents like top deck stuff that they don't want, discard your things, and trigger your BAs, which is what you want to do with all your cards. We play 2 Breakthrough Skill. This card, in theory, is really good. It didn't come up today, but I'm going to keep it in because it's pretty much imperm in the deck, but like ×2. So like you can open it. Or you can mill it off Dante, or you can mill off Dante when you go Dante mill 1 and turn 1. So your chances of it's pretty much like opening. It's like having imperm, but more chances of getting to imperm. Again, because you either open it or you mill it off Dante. So like, and because it's a trap, you can just hold it for like the most important thing. Like any good normal summon effect, Hit banish. Oh, is that window? Negated. Zeus? Negated. Like, this card in the graveyard is actually just so versatile in how you want to use it. So, like, it didn't come up today. This is, like, the first time I'm, like, testing it. It's good in theory, so I'm going to keep it in and just see how it goes. And then 3 strike. Like, the only card I can't set off trap trick, but, like, it's strike. Why wouldn't I play it? It's, like, most versatile, like, counter trap. And that's it for the traps. Do you want side or extra?
Yeah, sure. Either work.
Which one?
Either work.
Sure. I'll just go to like my side deck. For side deck, we play Order and 3 anti spells. I didn't side these in today. I don't like spell cards. I don't play one that's a trap, so forget spell cards. 3 judgments. Protect your back row. Stop good normal summon. Stop red eyes fusion is what I had to do in my game 3. Because fun fact, Dragoon is very spooky. So yeah. We play 3 heavy storm duster for like control mirrors. If you play 6 copies of this card because of trap trick, and you'd probably be thinking like, oh, why aren't you playing twin twister? So the thing with twin twister, right, is that like you already have 7 cards in your deck that says discard. Adding 3 more of it is really awkward because now you have 10 cards that say discard. So you're drawing all these cards that say discard, but then your hand resource is very small, so you're only discarding like 1 or 2 cards at maximum per turn. Right. So like you don't want that card in your deck because it's dead, and this will just blow out 2 cards and it's hittable off trap trick. So you're in 6 copies and you don't end up with that awkward scenario of like having too many discard outlets. So that's why I play this over twin twister. We played 2 transmai. It didn't come up today. It's mostly just for Drytron. You just shuffle back cards and you just shuffle back monsters into the deck. It's pretty good, but it hasn't come up. But I'm gonna continue chasing it. And then this is only in here because I couldn't literally find anything else. It's just 3 Vanity's Fiend for when I want to go full monkey and like I just fucking summon special BA, normal this, add a bunch of traps and just put my helmet on, strap on type.
All right, have fun.
Yeah, it didn't come up. But I decided, but it didn't come up. For extra deck. We play 3 of the best boy. It would be 2. I didn't have access to an access code talker, no pun intended. So we just played 3 Dante. The 3rd one never came up. 1 Beatrice is Beatrice. We play 1 purple Dante, just in case our opponent is silly and wants to blow up Beatrice. If you summon this card, you're pretty much you can't lose. Like it does so much. It says draw 1. It draws 1. It can't be targeted. It's a big body. You just infinite resources with this cards on the field, and like, hey, if you used all your Beatrice like resources, you can just crash Beatrice into a bigger monster, just summon this and just continue to play the game. Others use Fortune Tune. I want my opponents to respect 2 level 3 monsters on the field, and then Downer Zeus. I only play 1 Zeus. The second one did not come up today. It's come up before, but like, yeah, I'm back and forth on it. But it's Zeus. It's the best Xyz monster in the game. On to links. For link 1s, we just play 1 gravity controller. When you're summoning Dante turn 1, you're always summoning in the EMZ, just in case like you have really awkward like BAs in your hand to summon, or your mills aren't good, so you can't do the IP Beatrice play. So that's just there, so you can just send Dante Graveyard to garner more resources. For Link 2s, IP Beatrice is the best turn 1 board. It's good. It's just IP, it's really good. Other Link 2, Cherubini. It's great for follow-up turns, and it helps you link climb into big link 4s that kill your opponent. It's just really good. Then Nightmare Phoenix. It says discard and it's pop spells and traps. Why would I not play it? For link 3s, we just play 1 Nightmare Unicorn. It's good for outing like back row and boars whenever I'm link climbing on the follow-up turn, or whenever I IP on my opponent's turn. And then Trisbane, it didn't come up. This is probably going to get replaced with Nightmare Shark. It's that 1 rank 3 that attacks directly and you can make Zeus easier. And then 1 Boral Sword. It says kill your opponent, along with the access code talker that I would play if I had one. But yep, it was like what, 4 rounds. I went undefeated. I only had 2 game 3s today. And I did lose a dice roll a couple of times, but overall I'm very happy with how the deck performed today. I'm getting better at it, and like again, this deck is just so rewarding to play if you're playing it like correctly and optimally. But yeah, that's just it, man.
What were your matchups today?
Matchups, round 1 was against like rank like level 3 turbo. I played like Aqua Dolphin and like Phantom Dice and stuff like that. Round 2 I faced against Infernobles. That was a 2-0. The first game was for 2-1. Round 3 I played against like Blue Eyes Dragon Turbo, so it wasn't that hard. And then round 4 I played against Trap Trick against my boy Comer. But yeah, it was fun. I like this deck a lot. I'm gonna shout out a couple people. I'm gonna shout out Andrew Leon for pretty much letting me borrow like pretty much. Yeah, that's him. Most of the cards I have, he lets me borrow because he's a good friend. Shout out to my boy Dylan Jenkins for recording this, and then
Get those sleeves on.
shout out to Angelina for these Outer Deck sleeves as well. These sick. Shout out to everyone at fucking TCG, best card shop ever. And shout out to the boys in the Yugi Bros group in our
Our group chat that we
our
can't
group-
say because
yeah,
we'll get
group-
demonetized.
Yeah, but I did drop an F-bomb in this video already. So.
Who cares?
So yeah, that's just it. Burning Abyss, BA best deck, been the best deck since 2014. Don't at me. Dante's the best card in the game.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.